Mel Kiper, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How many sets did you get on that say Tom Brady wouldn't leave New England?
Oh, I never said that. I never said that. He wouldn't leave New England.
So based on what you're saying about Aaron Rodgers, you would have said the same thing about Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, there's a time, Mark. There's a time for everything.
Yes.
And a time for
How
Aaron
you know
Rodgers
it's not the time for Aaron Rodgers? How in the hell do you and Max Kellerman not know if it's the time for Aaron Rodgers?
Exactly.
How do y'all know that?
If Green Bay lets Aaron Rodgers go, something's wrong.
It ain't
in this
about
universe.
That's not what we're saying, Mel.
It's
That's
not
what we're
about
saying, Mel.
Green Bay.
It is what it is. He's under contract to the
We
Green
know
Bay
that,
Packers.
Mel. We know that, Mel. What we're talking about, what we're talking about is what Aaron. What we're talking about. First of all, we were commenting about Favre saying no way Packers risk losing Aaron Rodgers, which we all concede.
I agree with Brett.
But what we were talking about yesterday, and which led to this particular subject, is the fact that Aaron Rodgers should want out because of the manner in which he's been treated by this organization. It does get to a point, Mel, where you should want a new beginning. That's all we're saying.
He was drafted in the first round when they had Brett, and Brett was playing great football, and he sat for 3 years. Let Jordan sit for 3 years, and then Aaron could step in. It's the same scenario. Aaron dealt with Favre. Now Aaron's dealing with Jordan Love. Make it work.
Mel, you know college football a hell of a lot better than me. I don't know it on my you know more on your pinky than I know my whole body about college football. I'm sorry. They sat up there and Aaron Rodgers threw to Tavon Austin 2 passes. It was the first time he threw to a first-round pick as a wide receiver. That's number one. Number two, you look at some of the things that have transpired with them in the weapons, how he's been bereft of weapons. You know that, Mel. They should have done a better job in that. And you know he wanted that. It does get to a point where he said enough's enough.
See, I agree. Jordan Love was a decent pick. They can get a receiver. And you think about the second-round receivers this year were spectacular. They're going to get him another receiver. My point is you cannot part ways with Aaron Rodgers now. In 2 years, 3 years, remember, Jordan Love had no preseason games, okay? This build-up wasn't normal, so it's almost kind of a write-off.
We know they shouldn't let him go. We know they should have let him go. What we're saying is Aaron Rodgers should want to leave. We know the Packers don't need to leave.
A few plays away from the Super Bowl.
No,
they were just a few plays away from the Super Bowl.
So 3 times he's been just a few plays away. And he just watched the quarterback leave New England.
So who's that on?
Come to Tampa Bay one year.
Aaron had the ball. Hey guys, Aaron had the ball on 2 drives one after an interception of Brady by Mackenzie Alexander. He had the ball on 2 drives, down 28-23 with a chance to win it. He didn't get it done. Okay. Now,
so you support LaFleur's decision?
But he had 2 shots there, and he had a third shot when he had to settle for the field goal.
So Mel Kiper, you support Matt LaFleur's decision to not go for it on 4th and goal? Okay then, Mel.
No, Stephen. I said he had 2 shots and they couldn't move the ball.
I understand.
And the last shot, he got down there and he should have had one more play. I would have gone for it on that 4th down.
That's all we're saying.
Taking a field goal. I'm just saying Rodgers had 3 shots late to get a touchdown and win it. They couldn't do it. Aaron wants to go back and get it done. Aaron had the ball 3 times, couldn't get a touchdown.
I'm gonna break my camera. I'm gonna break my camera if somebody else say Green Bay shouldn't let Aaron Rodgers go. We know that. Everybody knows that. He about to be the league MVP. We know that. This is about Aaron Rodgers and if he wants to stay in Green Bay. I don't feel like he does.
No, he's not. It's about if you care about what Favre had to say about it. Favre is the only person on planet Earth who's been in a position almost identical to Aaron Rodgers with this team. They drafted his replacement in the 1st round when he had plenty left in the tank. The difference is, at this moment, Rodgers is not being shown the door. Favre was shown the door. So Favre is saying, as a guy who left, who was shown the door who left, hey, I think, given Rodgers' position, where they're not saying, hey, leave yet, he should stay where he is. By the way, guys, they're doing better every year. They won a playoff game last year. They won 13 games and 2 playoff games this year. They don't have to worry about draft capital on a quarterback anymore. Jordan Love's not ready. Why would we not care what Favre has to say unless you think he has an agenda?
And the last thing, guys, for me is they knew internally that Aaron Rodgers was ready. They knew he was ready to replace Brett Favre. Jordan Love cannot be ready. They didn't have a normal build-up to the season. It's a completely different situation what Brett and Aaron were dealing with as opposed to what Aaron and now Jordan Love are dealing with.
All we're saying is that we all know that the Packers would be absolute fools to let go of Aaron Rodgers, and we know that's not going to happen. The issue is Aaron Rodgers
Stephen A.
wanting to be gone. Is he justified in wanting to be gone? And when you look at his history with the Green Bay Packers in terms of requests that he's made, things that he's wanted, things that have not been obliged, how he's been, I know personally, I know what I was told. This man years ago, this wasn't immediately, it was years ago, he was told to shut up, go play football. We make the decision, you go out there on the field. He was summarily dismissed, and the treatment accorded to him compared to that of Brett Favre was night and day. And so when you couple that with the decisions that they've made lately, it's like, yo, okay, I did what I came to do. And to take the ball out of my hands on a 4th and goal and elect to give the ball back to Tom Brady when all Tom Brady needs is a first down or 2 to seal a deal, not a field goal, not a touchdown, but a first down or 2. It's the ultimate insult. I tell him to kick rocks. I pull a Deshaun Watson. I want the hell out. That's all I'm saying.
Stephen A. This man just watched Tom Brady leave New England, go to a 7-9 football team, and he beat him to go to the Super Bowl. He just watched that. So pardon me, if the thought it shouldn't creep in his mind that he can go get it done somewhere else, and it may be time for a fresh start. Maybe that's far-fetched. I don't think it is.
Aaron Rodgers got it done in Green Bay. He's had more chances to get it done in Green Bay. Are they the best organization in football? No, but they're far from the worst. They're a highly competent organization, obviously. They're getting closer and closer, and had he played a little better in high-leverage moments, they would have beaten the Bucs, and he didn't. The coach's decision was awful. That doesn't change the fact that what Mel Kiper referred to moments ago. He had chances. He didn't get it done. Maybe his chances improved somewhere else. But for Brett Favre to sit there and say, hey, you guys don't really know what's going through Aaron Rodgers' mind. He's emotional after a loss. I think when he calms down a little bit and sees the situation, he's going to want to come back. And furthermore, he should come back. That's Favre's opinion, and I put stock in it.
All right, gentlemen. We good? All right.
Max
Are you not entertained? I don't know where you can find better debate. Maybe a presidential
Max got the
election, but
last
that's
word.
it.
We know how important that is to
off
him,
the
so
chain
that's what we
today.
wanted to do. Max, you know how important that is to Max, so we wanted to be quiet and
It
just
was
make
the
sure
walk-off.
he had the last word, the period and the walk-off.
Oh, my goodness.
This is very important to Max.
Yeah.
Even though no one cares.
Same dude. I want to remind everybody
What up, Marcus?
Molly, before we end this, I want to remind everybody, Max Kellerman is the same dude that was screaming the Packers should have drafted a wide receiver. He was the same dude screaming that during the draft. I'm going to leave that on the table. I got the damn last word.
That's fair. Max, they'll always listen to you, all of them. All right, Marcus, say hi to Laura Rutledge for me. I miss her. Have fun on NFL Live. We'll talk to you later. Mel, you can't go anywhere. Sticking around to cause some more trouble here.